2-week event. It is an event organized by Tennis Australia. Tennis Australia is the governing body for tennis in Australia, together with the ITF, which is the International Tennis Federation. They're not so much involved, they're just one of the key stakeholders. The ATP and the WTA, which are the men's and the women's tennis tour, are not involved in the organization of this event. They are of course also a stakeholder, but they're not involved. So the event is owned by Tennis Australia. So if we try to answer the question why does Melbourne or why does Victoria State invest in the Australian Open, we have to look at several things. One is, for example, tourism. Does the Australian Open attract tourism? To a certain extent. It's not that there are many people flying in, especially for a tennis event, although it is very nice, but the traveling is just too far for the majority of people. Of course, there is many players coming in. There are the corporate sponsors bringing in people, and within Australia, the traveling is increasing. So there are people from Perth or from Sydney or from Brisbane or Cairns flying into Melbourne. So that is an aspect, but not that strong. The other aspect is, from a tourist point of view, is the branding of the city and the country. So this event is broadcasted live, or at least in highlights all over the world. It's a global exposed event, and everywhere there's also, of course, the relationship with Australia. So it creates a little bit of awareness about Australia and Melbourne in particular for those watching the matches on TV. The other thing is, if you want to have an international metropolitan city, you have to offer your inhabitants also sport events. From that point of view, I think the Australian Open is a strong event. It attracts a lot of people from Melbourne, especially the international community. They come out and watch people from their country, the players from their country. So there is a Dutch community here in Melbourne as well. They come out and watch Dutch players. There are not so many Dutch players, so they're all on one court. But for example, Spanish community is also strong here. So you see these things happening as well, and that's sort of related to tourism, but maybe not so strong. A reason for Tennis Australia to invest money in this is to have a higher increased chance for sporting success. If you have, I think they have about 12 or 16 tennis players actually participating in the event. Some of them could go very far, like Tomic or like Kyrgios, which are the new upcoming players. For them to play at home in their hometown, have their home support, that's a big advantage. So it actually increases your sporting medal chances. That's one of the categories I will explain to you later as well during class. And then there is, of course, grassroots participation programs. There's a lot of kid programs or senior tennis programs involved circling around the Australian Open. Not just here at Melbourne Park, but all the tennis parks in Melbourne and around Melbourne. So the spin-off in terms of creating participational programs is pretty big. And with all the Grand Slams, this event also generates actually a lot of money. They make money on the Australian Open, and with Tennis Australia being the owner and being a not-for-profit organization, all the money goes straight back into the development of tennis. So from that point of view, it's I would guess a wise investment. So as far as the entertainment goes, there are three sort of stages around the park. One big stage, which is branded by Heineken, and they have a lineup for every single day of the tournament. On Saturday, which is today, the lineup will be with the sneaky sound system, so that will be later on. I will be checking them out to see what they are up to. But every day there is live music, and besides the stage, and I will show you hopefully later on, there is the screen to watch the matches. So there are big screens and actually live music there. And people just sit there. Some of them buy a ground pass to get in, and they go straight to this place and listen to the music, chat with friends, and watch some tennis at the same time. Getting beers, getting wines. It's sponsored, co-sponsored by or branded by Heineken and Jacobs Creek, which is a major sponsor of the Australian Open. And this is where a lot of the people go to. They go and combine this side of the event. This was the last of my video messages. Good luck later today in the Melkweg with your first project presentations. I'm hoping to see you soon, which will be somewhere around March 2nd. And if there are any things I can help you with, you have any questions, just drop me an email, let me know. And good luck with your first 3 weeks here in the minor, the business of sports and events. And I look forward to seeing you very soon. Take care now. Bye bye.